Alright guys, enough talking on theoretical part. We have talked a lot about different forms of media and content. We have seen different structure based elements. Now let's understand them practically. So to understand them practically, I have taken one layout which we will create. We will not create as exactly now because we haven't learned lot of things still. So we will just understand how do we use different structure based elements, and inside those elements we will learn to keep our different forms of media and content. So to create this project, I have taken one folder, open inside the code editor. Okay, it is important to note here that before we get into the coding part, the very first thing is recommended that grab each and everything which we gonna need to create the project. For example, logo, different icons and images. So I have already taken all the images and icons inside this folder, but right now there is problem with this folder because all the files inside this folder is not organized. So very first thing we will learn here is folder structure. So first we will create one folder named assets. Inside the assets folder we will have two more folder, that is media. Inside the media folder we will keep all those images and icons. So let's grab each icons and images, cut, and we'll move into the media folder. Great. Now we will create one more folder named stylesheet, and inside this stylesheet folder we will keep style.css. So let's move it. Now this folder looks little bit organized because we have each and everything structured inside this folder. We have one assets folder where all the assets of the project will be kept, like all images and icons and as well as style sheet. With these all things we will need to create this project. And the pages file will be directly inside the root folder. For example, this index.html. If we will be having more pages, for example about, service, portfolio, etc., so we will create the file according to the page's name and directly will keep inside the root folder. Alright, we are all set up with this project now. So we'll start our coding part. So here we have one index.html, and inside this we have our standard HTML document. So before we begin, let's correct the path of the CSS file. Now our style.css file is coming inside the assets and then style sheet folder. So let's add assets folder first, then style sheet folder, then style.css folder. The path must be correct. So now let's begin our coding part. So inside the body tag, the very first thing we will take is a header tag. The header tag will wrap these content which is coming at the top of the page, that is our header. Inside this header we have logo and few navigation links. And one more thing is here that the content inside the header is all starting from here and ending here. It is not starting from the edge and ending at the edge. This is our actually container. So we will keep each and every content inside a container which we will create using div tag. So now let's grab our img tag, that is our logo. So define path of the image inside the src attribute, that is assets, media and logo.png. Save it, and inside the alt attribute let's write alt campus logo. Save it. Great. Now let's check out the result what we have got here. Save the file. Great, we got our logo, and then we have notification icons, then the username and a user profile icon. So inside the div tag we have already taken img tag. We will now take one nav tag. these are some kind of navigations. So let's go ahead and take one anchor tag. Inside the anchor tag we will keep this notification icon. So now let's keep our anchor tag empty, so we will use pound sign, and then inside the anchor tag we will take img tag to define our bell icon. So define the path again, media, and then bell.png. Inside alt attribute define bell, save it, check out the result, we got our icon. And next we have Sarah John and one profile icon. So take anchor tag, use pound, name maybe inside a span tag, that is Sarah zone, and then an img tag, again path of the icon, that is assets, media, and user.png. Again inside the alt attribute type user icon. Now save the file again and check out our result. Great, we have logo and notification icon, username and user profile icon. That's the content of our header. Right now we do not see the exact style on our page because we are not styling it inside CSS. We are just looking into the structure based elements and forms of media and content. So header part is done. Then we have two columns. One is for sidebar and another is our main content. Alright, so first we will have our sidebar that will be coming inside the aside tag. So let's define our, after header, define our aside tag. So inside the aside we will have again different navigational links. So define nav tag. Inside this let's keep our all those navigations. Use anchor tag, keep empty, icon of dashboard, use img tag, assets, media, and then dashboard.png. Inside alt attribute dashboard icon, save it, and then again after img we will have one span to right dashboard, and similarly we will take all these icons. So let's go ahead and copy and paste. We will change the content part. Now let's change the content part. We have dashboard, next we have article, article.png, article icon, then now save the file and check out our result. Great, we have all those navigational links inside the sidebar, that is dashboard, article, analytics, inbox, and settings. There is one more button here, that is logout button. So again at the bottom we will take a div. Inside this div let's take one button with icon img, that is assets, media, and logout. Logout icon, and then span logout. Save it. Great, we have our logout button also. Perfect. All the different contents and media inside the sidebar we have taken on our page. Now let's get into the main content of this page. So to put our main content, we will use one main tag after the side tag. Close it. Main tag. Great. And inside this main tag, we have one section here, that is this one. So we will use one as section tag here. And inside the section, we have one article, which is containing image, a heading, two paragraphs, and one read more button. So let's go ahead, take an article tag. Inside the article, first we will use img tag, assets, media, pic01.png, punch, today in the face. Save the document and let's check out the result here again. So we got our image also. Now this heading and paragraph. So after image, let's take maybe h1 tag, that is saying why we are doing campus. After the h1 tag, we will take one paragraph tag, and inside the paragraph we will keep some dummy text, one more paragraph, again dummy text. Save it and let's check out the result. Great, we have our h1 tag and two paragraphs also. And after this we have one read more link. So we will create a link after the paragraph tag. Inside the anchor tag, keep it empty, write read more. Save it, let's check out. Great, we have read more link also. This was the main content of this page. And after the main content, we have our footer of this page. So to create footer, we will use footer tag after the main tag actually. So let's close the main tag also here. Take footer tag. Inside the footer, again we will use div tag for wrapping the content up to here. So we will use div, and inside the div we will keep our content. First is a small tag, that is wrapping and copy, and then after this we have one FB icon as well as one Twitter icon. That will be the link of the Facebook page and Twitter profile. So use anchor tag. Inside the anchor tag we will keep img, where we will keep our icon, media, fp.png. So inside alt attribute, again Facebook icon, another link will be Twitter icon. So inside the anchor tag, use img tag, define the path, assets, media, twitter.png, and inside alt attribute Twitter icon. Alright, we have all the content of the footer also. Now save the file and check out the result. Great. Something I missed actually. After copy right sign, I have alt campus actually. Save it, check out. Yeah, we got our alt campus also here. Right now we have just a very basic structure. We haven't defined any styles on our page now. These all things we have created using different structure based elements, that is header, aside, nav, and then main, section, article, and footer. And inside these structure based elements, we have kept our all those different forms of media and content. This is how actually we use structure based elements, and inside the structure based elements we keep our forms of media and content. Later on we will learn how to design our page exactly according to the layout.